One of the big questions right now is, why does the real estate market feel so slow? It's not that nothing is happening. It's just that a lot of people are sitting on the sideline. Buyers are hesitant, sellers are hesitant, and that creates kind of a stuck feel in the market. You're not seeing the urgency we felt a few years ago. And a big part of that comes down to psychology more than anything else. I'm James Myers. Thanks for tuning in to watch this video of my market statistics for the month of March 2026 for the Barrie, Simcoe County, and surrounding area. Buyers today are still thinking about interest rates of 2022, back when money was cheap, borrowing was easy, and they're hoping and waiting that we get back to that. At exactly the same time, sellers are thinking back to 2022 and remembering when their neighbor got multiple offers, they got a big high price, and naturally they want that too. So what you've got is this gap. Buyers want lower interest rates of yesterday, sellers want high prices from yesterday. Until somebody adjusts their expectations, we're going to have this slowdown in the market. That's really what we're seeing right now. A lot of people believe that interest rates might come down, so they're just holding off a little bit longer with a wait-and-see attitude. But here's the interesting part. Buyers actually have more leverage than they've had in a long time. They're just not using it. We are in a market where buyers are able to have conditions in their offer. There's room to negotiate. You're not competing with 10 other buyers for the same house. Now, when we talk about where the market is headed, this is where the concept of a balanced market comes into play. A balanced market is where there is between 4 and 6 months of inventory. A seller's market is when there is less than 4 months of inventory. And a buyer's market is where there is more than 6 months of inventory available for sale. In the segments of the market that I look at in this video, most of them are in a balanced market, with the exception of a few different segments, namely condominiums that are squarely in a buyer's market. And some of the lower priced freehold properties in Barrie, namely townhouses and semi-detached houses, entry-level houses, are bordering between a seller's market and a balanced market. But nothing is squarely in a seller's market. What that means, in plain English, is that neither buyers nor sellers are fully in control of this market. It becomes more of a negotiation. Pricing matters. And expectations have to be a little more realistic on both sides. And that actually creates a healthier market overall. Because in a balanced market, homes still sell, but they sell based upon today's conditions, not what happened 3 or 4 years ago. It's working through that gap between expectation and reality. And as that gap starts to close, whether it's buyers accepting today's interest rates or sellers accepting today's prices, you'll start to see more movement, more confidence, and more activity pick up. Let's take a look at what actually happened in March and what the numbers are telling us. We'll start off with Simcoe County. All the home types, all the sales in Simcoe County. There were 509 sold in March. Average price was just over $733,000. There were 1,900 new listings, and the number of days on the market, number of days it took to sell, was 41. Barrie detached houses, there were 89 sales. Average price just over $748,000. 299 new listings, and 29 days on the market. Townhouses in Barrie, as freehold townhouses, there were 21 sold. Average price was just under $599,000, so almost $600,000 for a townhouse. And there were 68 new listings, 32 days on the market. Condominium apartments in Barrie, there were 23 sales. That's a 55% drop from last year. The average price of all those sales was just over $451,000. There were 86 new listings, and took 53 days for a condo to sell, 53 days on the market. If you've watched other videos from different areas, you'll know that condominiums are taking a beating everywhere, not just in Barrie. Last but not least, we have Innisfil detached houses. There were 33 sales. The average price of those sales was just over $812,000. There was 153 new listings. And those listings took 49 days to sell, 49 days on the market. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to watch my short video on statistics for the month of March 2026, the Barrie and Simcoe County area. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe on your way out. I will see you in the next video.